Hi all. So today's question is, how do I make money to be on the road? Well, first, I don't need very much money, and second, I usually don't have very much money. I do some virtual gigs, marketing or audio video editing for small businesses, nonprofits, and artists. They're usually very either short term or very minimal hours a week. I also do work camping gigs. For instance, I was working with Amazon as Camper Force for 2 years. That's a really great place to meet RVers and network. That's where I've met my RV family. I also worked at an old time photo place in Montana for a couple of summers, and that's like my Montana home, my Montana family. I find work on the work camping websites. I usually do the free ones like Calling Work Campers, and if you just Google it, you can find many of them. There's also work camping news. There's odd and end sites like Cool Works and other things like that. I do house sitting, which is usually just a trade, but it just gets me off the road for a little while. I crochet, so sometimes I sell some of my hats and such that I make. I do get donations on occasion for my Blue Road project. That's telling my life on the road through photos, videos, and writings on my blog. And I hope to hopefully soon start to make that a little bit larger. Eventually, I'd like to do installations, interactive installations for people to wander through my life on the road, and starting to look for sponsorship in that area to help me be able to do that. But usually I live off of very, very little. I'm in like poverty range most of the time, which really isn't much different than when I lived in one place and had a somewhat of a job. And I get help from friends and family sometimes, and I just kind of go with it and learn to live with very little and appreciate what I can get when I can get it. A good meal here and there, I trade for that often, or just some friends will make me some food. But I just go with what I have. I have bills I have to pay first, and then what's extra is food, and what's extra from that is gas money. So that makes how much I can actually travel from one place to the next. And I don't spend money usually on a place to stay unless it's really desperately needed. Since I've been on the road since October 2012, I've spent around $200 for a place to spend the night, and that included my 3 weeks in China and Thailand this last fall. So, I live with very little, and I've learned to do that throughout my life because I've never had much. And so it just seems to work for me.